Hey, it's Matt the Homebrew Hero. Today we are going to be brewing a Saison. If you're not familiar with Saisons, they're also referred to as Farmhouse Ales, that being because in Belgium where they originated, this pale style beer was served to the workers. I think they were allowed up to like 5 liters a day, which I think that's like 14 beers a day, except theirs would have been a lot lower percentage. Modern day Saison usually starts at about 7%, and it's a pale style with spicy, fruity flavors. A lot of that comes from the yeast that's used. As far as the Saison we're doing today, we're looking at, hopefully, if we get it right, it'll be 7.7%, close to 8%. Just depends on our efficiency. Looking at original gravity, 1070, 30 IBUs. Our SRM for our color, about 5.9. Let me show you the grains and stuff we're working with. We got 10 pounds of pale malt over here. That's going to be our base malt today, where most of our sugars are going to come from. We got 2 pounds over here of some Munich malt. This is going to give us like a malty sweet flavor. It can add a slight orange color to the beer. Doesn't contribute significantly to the body or head retention. A lot of times this is used in like Oktoberfest or Bock type beers. We're going to put a whole pound of wheat in there. As far as the carapils, we're only using 8 ounces, half pound. And that's going to increase our foam and head retention, because if you've seen a good Saison, you'll notice they have great head on them. That's what she said. We're going to put 5.6 ounces of cane sugar in. You can use like the Belgian candy sugar if you want. It's just more expensive, so that's why we're doing it this way. That's just going to boost our alcohol content a bit. As far as our hops, these are going to give us a lot of our flavor too, because I've chosen some hops that are going to give us some good citrus flavors. The Galaxy, we're going to use 1 ounce of that at the beginning of the boil. It's going to give us a little bit of the bitterness we want. We're going to get some citrus flavors, passion fruit. We're going to do a dry hop for 7 days with this. I guess it's pronounced Matuga or something like that. The dry hop is going to get even more flavor and aroma out of that. And this one is a really cool one. Also, get a lot of tropical passion fruit type flavors out of this kind of hop. Okay, next step, we're going to prepare our strike water. We're going to need 4.25 gallons. That's let's see, 17 quarts. We need to treat our water first. We got it all figured out on Easy, this Easy Water program that's free on the internet. Put in our grains. We're showing that we're using distilled water. So we're going to use all distilled water, just because I just moved here and haven't had my water tested. So you're better to start from scratch. This actually gives you a lot of control to start from scratch with distilled water, so you can get your minerals just how you want them. I know a lot of people don't do it that way, but it is a little extra money for the water, but knowing that the beer is going to turn out good, that's important. So we're gonna, as far as for our mash, we're gonna add 2 grams of ginseng, 3.5 grams of calcium chloride, 2 grams of Epsom salt. Gonna add like half a milliliter of lactic acid just to bring it down, get it within this range. All right, so now we're gonna get 4.25 gallons of our strike water in our brewing bucket. Try to get this peeling off. Okay, first we're going to measure out our gypsum.
What?
Or calcium sulfate. Just to help you out, every 4th teaspoon is a gram. We need 2 grams. So really, we probably don't have to measure this, but we'll do it anyways, just to be exact. Okay. Okay, so for our calcium chloride, for our mash water, we're going to need You're gonna need 3.5 grams. Every gram of calcium chloride is about 0.29 teaspoons. So that kind of gives you an idea, I guess. Let's see. Okay, and you're gonna need 2 grams of Epsom salt. Every gram of Epsom salt is like 0.22 teaspoons. A little less than 1/4 of a teaspoon. There we go. Add our salts. And then, what did I say? 1/2 teaspoon of lactic acid. You get these syringes from a pharmacy. Stir that in really well. Okay, so heating up our strike water. We're aiming for 168. And we're hoping that that'll get our grain to about 152. We're going to mash for 60 minutes, going for a medium body. Pounds fill malt there. Munich. 1/2 pound of caramels. I should have stirred it, put half in and then stirred it, but this will work. Got enough water. Put the lid on there for a minute or two, and then we'll test our temperature, see if we hit our mash temp. Stopping at about 148. So we are, what, 4 degrees off. Not great, but not terrible. It's been about 10 minutes. We're just gonna pull a sample, test the pH. Not way off, but yeah, probably need to not use lactic acid next time, since we're using distilled water. It really doesn't need it. Seems like ever since I switched to distilled, I haven't been hitting my pH at all, even using that easy water. So I'm gonna need a recalculate or something. Okay, we got 4.58 gallons of sparge water. We're gonna heat that up to about 175, 180, somewhere around there. The ideal temperature is about 170, but since we're gonna be using a cooler to drip it down, and over an hour and a half, it's going to lose a lot of the temperature, so we want it just a little bit hotter. And while you're waiting for that to mash, no reason not to get a homebrew. Yeah. This one is my lemon wit beer. If you want to learn how to make this, just click on the link below. This one's really good. Serve it with a lemon. Pretty awesome. Perfect springtime beer. So we need 1/2 ounce of Galaxy. Ooh, the citrus and tropical smell of this is like incredible. We'll put that in at 60 minutes, and then the last 1/2 ounce we'll put in the last 10 minutes of the boil. Got our sparge water to 180. We're actually going to take 10 quarts out, boil it, and use that for our mash out. Pour that in here. Stir it. Just leave that for a few minutes and then we'll start a sparge. Got that going down into here. So we're gonna sparge over that, drain into here. Turn on about all the way. I think you want it about a quart, a minute or so. Just run it till it's clear. Should be cleared out enough by now too. This should take at least an hour. Okay, looks like we're there. That duct tape there, that's 6.5 gallons. So we're gonna shut it off here, and we're gonna get it to a boil. Oh, that's heavy. Okay, we are to a boil. Gonna add our 1/2 ounce of Galaxy, stir that in, start our timer for 60 minutes. We're at about 30 minutes. Really, you can add the sugar anytime. We're not trying to get flavor out of it. 10 minutes left. Add another 1/2 ounce of Galaxy. 5 minutes left. We're gonna add our World Clock tablet. To clarify the flame out. Just gonna turn that off. And we're gonna add our last ounce of Galaxy. Stir that in real quick. We're gonna put the lid on that and let it steep for 10 minutes before we cool this off. Get these hot bags out. Remember, make sure everything's sanitized with your Star San. And here we go. Should take about 10 minutes. Alright, so we've got it cooled off. Gonna do it pretty fast because at this point, you want to have it aerated. Got 5 gallons post boil. Gonna take a sample here, get our gravity reading. I'm gonna shake this real good. Time to pitch our yeast starter. Guarantee you this is probably going to blow out, so make sure you have your blow off tube ready in another day or so. Okay, I'm going to let that sit up in my room around 70 degrees or so for about 3 weeks, and then we'll take a look at it. Hi, it's Matt Thompson, the Homebrew Hero. So our beer is finished fermenting. We put in some dry hops for 7 days, and then we bottle it. So it's been a week now, and you may want to wait longer. It could start tasting better in a few more weeks, but it's about all carved up and ready to try it out. So we're going to do a taste test today, review it, see how it turned out. And I don't know if anybody used this before. It's called Physics. Basically, it's supposed to give it more of a draft, like creaminess to the head and stuff. It does fairly well. It's kind of it's almost more work than it's worth when you can just pour it into the bottle, but it does make it a little creamier and give you a pretty good head, which brings out the flavors and the aroma.
got some pretty darn good looking head on there. Wow. Looking at it, we got kind of a golden orange type color. Fairly hazy. That probably will settle down after it's been sitting for a little while, so it's probably not going to stay that hazy. Yeah, looks like a lot of carbonation there. I do have a cold, so I'm going to try to do this the best I can. But I'm picking up citrus smells, I'm picking up tropical fruit. That's probably all from the hops, a little bit from the yeast. Kind of spicy, peppery from the yeast. Let's go ahead and try it out. Wow, that is a good one. So very spicy, and once again, just like the aroma, we got a lot of fruit notes in there, citrus, tropical fruit. It's actually more bitter than I was expecting, probably because we didn't hit our gravity quite where we wanted, so that probably added to the bitterness. It actually reminds me of the Farmhouse Ale called Tank 7, where it's kind of almost like an IPA Saison or something, but yeah, pretty well balanced still, not overly hoppy. As far as the mouthfeel, medium body, creamy, perfect carbonation. You want your Saison a little bit more carved up than, you know, some of your other beers. Yeah, overall, I'm gonna say this one turned out pretty good. Cheers.